grow your community. Notice I didn't say grow your company. I said grow your community. See, the best brands are involved in their community. And my little heating and air conditioning company here in Dayton, Ohio, the Miami Valley is 1 million in population. So my little heating and air conditioning company doing slightly less than $10 million a year, residential only, we build our community. Hey, this is Greg McAfee, and welcome to the Greg McAfee Show. Now let's get started. Hi, Greg McAfee here with another Greg McAfee Show. Welcome. Okay, today, last week we talked about the McAfee Way. I gave you our 6 integrity, care, culture, consistency, innovation, and team. And this week I told you that we would be talking about branding, a different kind of branding. And I said I was in a meeting yesterday. Or I was in a meeting last week, rather, and I said that I came up with something, and I haven't even Googled it to see if someone else is doing it. I'm sure they are, rather, but I didn't, and probably someone calls it something better than me, but I call it branding within a brand, okay? And here's why. So when I had a sales meeting last week, and I gave the importance of the sales team branding themselves. And here's what I mean by that. McAfee's done a great job branding the company. It stands for a lot in our community. It stands for integrity. It stands for doing the job right. It stands for community. It stands for family. It stands for helping children. And it stands for comfort. Notice how I said comfort last, okay? Because the McAfee brand is all about a lot of things. It's not just heating and air. I would rather it not be just about heating and air. Of course we do heating and air, and we try to do it better than anyone as far as servicing goes and comfort goes and all that stuff. But our brand's much more, and that's why it's so strong. If a brand's only about heating and air, you're going to be competing. You're going to be down at the bottom competing with a lot of companies that do heating and air better than you, okay? So figure out what you should be branding yourself as, because a brand is the sum total of the experiences that your customers, potential customers, your team, and your vendors / suppliers have. So it's an experience. A brand is an experience. And if you've experienced McAfee Heating helping your family through multiple different avenues, through let's say you're just 2020 rough year for a lot of people, you're down on your luck, you go to the Salvation Army, because the Salvation Army here locally, it's called the Dayton Salvation Army / Croc Center. It fed hundreds, if not thousands, of people this year for Thanksgiving. McAfee was a big part of that. We partner with the Salvation Army, and McAfee was a big part of that. So we were able to provide a $25 Kroger gift card so they could get a turkey, and the Salvation Army provided all the other sides. So we were a part of that, and so if your family was a part of that and they actually got fed because McAfee partnered with the Salvation Army and helped feed them, you get back on your feet years later, you're in your house and you need service, more than likely you're going to remember McAfee, okay? So a brand is an experience. If you took your kid to the hospital in the last few years and you had to have an expensive surgery that had to do with the lungs, the pulmonary issues of your child, and McAfee helped out somehow, McAfee could have fixed the air conditioner before you went home because the child wasn't allowed to leave the hospital without having air conditioning at home because he or she wasn't going to be able to breathe correctly. And we did that. When you need service, you're going to remember us. If your child won a scholarship and they won $2,500 scholarship as a senior in high school to kickstart their college, and you need service, or you need a new system, or you need air duct cleaning, or you need a humidifier installed, or you need a new thermostat, you're going to remember McAfee. Last year we had somewhere between 5,000 and 8,000 people on our property here at McAfee because we do what's called a truck or treat during Halloween time, where people gather in here, and we have other vendors all the way around our property, and we have about 5 acres here, but we have a pretty large parking lot, and we have people all the way around our parking lot giving away candy and having games and stuff like that. If you participated in this with your children and you need service, hopefully, more than likely, you're going to call McAfee. And my phone is ringing off the hook here. So that's all good. So anyway, hopefully you're going to call McAfee. The list can go on and on and on and on. If we serviced your grandmother and just decided, because she was low on funds, Social Security only, and we just decided to put her air conditioner in for free, and you're her grandchildren, and you end up buying a house, hopefully you think of us when you need service. Again, the list can go on and on and on. And that's what builds a brand, is the experience a customer, a team member, a vendor, a potential customer too, not just your customer, potential customer has with your company. So my challenge to you today, I always like a challenge. So I'm going to throw out a couple challenges. My challenge to you today: be unique. I've talked time and time again about don't copy off other companies. If you want to copy someone outside of your industry in another state so no one knows, okay? I mean, honestly, when we traveled and my children were smaller and we traveled, we would go to hotel rooms. And the first thing I would do is pull out that yellow page book out of the drawer and go through the heating and air conditioning companies and see what they were doing. How were they advertising? Now you can do it from your phone because you can Google any heating and air conditioning company in the entire world and find out how they're advertising. But at the time, I would spend 30, 45 minutes going through the phone book and seeing how companies out of state are advertising because I'm intrigued by that. That's what I do. Part of my job here today at McAfee is the marketing and the advertising and the branding because I feel it's very important and I enjoy doing it. I also set the vision for the company and I lead my leadership team. That's my job today. I'm not wearing every hat anymore. I've taken a lot of the hats off, but these 3 hats I enjoy. I like getting up for, okay? Let's put it that way. So be unique. You think about the top brands today. McDonald's. You know, when Ray Kroc, the McDonald's brothers did a great job. They had a a great model for Ray Kroc, and yeah, it's the same Kroc that partners with the Salvation Army, but it's their foundation. But anyway, Ray Kroc took the foundings of the McDonald brothers and took that system that the McDonald's brothers designed. But see, the McDonald's brothers didn't want to be any larger than one store, one restaurant. I think they may have even had two at one time, and it became too much for them, so they went back to one restaurant. But Ray Kroc looked at it and said, I can take this system, and we can put it in every city, more than one in every city in the entire universe. And that's almost what he did. But if you take McDonald's didn't copy off anyone. Ray Kroc said, I want every Big Mac to taste the same from this original store, this original restaurant, no matter where I travel. And today, China, Japan, Europe, Australia, anywhere you travel, that Big Mac better taste the same, because here's the system and how to make it. Okay? They're unique. They have a unique style. Now, there's been a lot of restaurants, fast food places open and tried to copy McDonald's. Very few have lasted. I mean, McDonald's is still, I'm talking about McDonald's here because the model's unreal. And what is this? Why do I talk about this? How can you learn from McDonald's? Well, listen, you can learn a lot from McDonald's. And yes, there's McDonald's way. There's a McDonald's way of doing business. But McDonald's still spends millions of dollars to find a piece of land to build a McDonald's on. Other restaurants don't do that. I won't even mention who they are, but there's some leading burger places that follow McDonald's. Wherever there are McDonald's, they know that McDonald's has done their homework and that they should be nearby. And not only is it burger places, it's taco places now, okay? It's sub places now. It's salad places now. It's chicken places now, because they know McDonald's has done their homework. And if you want to attract the same customer McDonald's attracts, then you'll be pretty close to McDonald's. So the number one thing here was be unique. McDonald's is unique. Yeah, they take a hard hit for having high calorie food, but let's face it, in my opinion, I mean, you still can't beat their fries. Nobody has fries like McDonald's when they're hot, that is. All right, number 2, grow your community. Notice I didn't say grow your company. I said grow your community. See, the best brands are involved in their community. And my little heating and air conditioning company here in Dayton, Ohio, the Miami Valley is 1 million in population. So my little heating and air conditioning company, doing slightly less than $10 million a year, residential only, we build our community. We grow our community. We support our community. One of my taglines is, our profits stay right here. We invest them right back into Dayton. And I do. The profits go right back into Dayton. They go back into our community. They go back into training to produce jobs and hire people. They go right back into our community. They support a lot of charities, nonprofits. They go right back into the community. So think about this. Grow your community. Grow your company, but you can do it by growing your community. And another one is carry great products and provide superb service. Matter of fact, I'm going to leave it at that. This will be my last one today, because you got be unique, grow your community, and carry great products and services, and provide superb services. Because it's kind of funny, because I can go different directions on this, because we private label. I told you we private label 100% of everything we install is a McAfee. Now, we service all brands, but we install a McAfee. And if you take the manufacturer, we have 2 manufacturers because I don't like having all my eggs in one basket. So we have 2 manufacturers that make the McAfee system. And if you were to take the manufacturers who make multiple other brands and you were to put their other brands out here, and I do this as a training strategy or technique, I do this in training. I take these other brands and I put the McAfee right there. It's got the McAfee label on the system, and I say which is better. And my team knows, my customers know which is better. Internally, they're all the same. Externally, except for the label, they're all the same. But the McAfee's worth more. The McAfee has more value. We want the McAfee installed in our home because we're not just buying a box. We're buying McAfee. And McAfee's unique, and they support our community, and they back up everything they sell. They stand behind everything they sell. And if they do something wrong, they make it right. These other boxes, I can't see them doing that. And if I call this one, this McAfee, at 2 a.m., they're going to get a live person and they're going to get serviced fast. But if I call the people that carry these, I don't think I'm going to get that. Well, I know if I call these, I'm not going to get that. But if I even call the people who service these or carry these, I don't know if I'm going to get that. But I get a live person 24/7, 365 days a year at McAfee. And I get quick service. And I get a great warranty, stronger warranty than anyone else. And I get personalized service. And I have something in common because McAfee's worked in the community and they've touched me somehow. I'm speaking for the customer. They've touched me somehow. We're connected. Not connected with these other guys. You see where I'm coming from? It's extremely powerful. You should pay to listen to this. Oh my. It's worth a lot, folks. And for some of you, you're not thinking about this at all. You're not thinking about this at all. You're thinking about other things that are not going to make a difference in your business. And be unique, grow your community, provide great products, and give superb service. That's a brand within a brand. When they call McAfee and they say, if possible, can Danny come out and give me an estimate? That's a brand within a brand. When they call for service and they say, you serviced our neighbors and Troy came out, can we have Troy? Troy's a brand within our brand. When you need an installation and you say, we'd like to have Michael installed it because he installed my dad's and he did a great job. Michael's a brand within a brand. Okay? I've talked a lot about branding. I meant to talk more about the brand inside the brand, which I just went over with you. I want you to think about that because most of the time, if you're not building your brand, you're not building the brands within inside your brand. Because you're not developing your team to be strong brands because you're not developing your company to be a strong brand. So when you get your company strong, you make your team strong. When people are asking for them by name, you know you got something. Okay? Now, can we guarantee that Troy's going to go out and service that every time? No, but we're going to do our best. Can we guarantee that Danny's going to go out and give him an estimate every time? No, but we're going to do our best. Think about it. Have a great day and carry on.